quick, doesn't it?
She's running around, she does this to you.
What, tell you off?
Yeah, yeah.
You better come. You better come in. Baz!
Jim, have we got some training next call? Yeah.
Oh, no. We're not going anywhere,
Stick to radio, Rog.
I'm on the sock, yeah. How are you?
Lovely to see you.
Says Barry Gallagher.
You better be a good one, guys.
That's really good.
Alright, thank you. Thanks for coming. On behalf of Blue Watch Con, thank you very much. I know many of you might not have been here before, the new station. Just a word of warning, don't go walking through doors because you might not get back again. You might find yourself locked out. We've got smart cars to get through everywhere. But if you want a guided tour around, ask any one of the lads in blue and they'll be happy to show you around.
It's proper memory extinguishers.
It's proper template extinguishers, all wedges.
I'm off.
That's everything today. So we're here just to join Gary on his last day in the fire service. And it is his last day today, unfortunately. We're all sad to see him go, Blue Watch. I'm just going to say a few words about Gary, then we've got a few presentations, and I hope not to embarrass him too much. But I feel fortunate for you, Gary. Gary, after a career in the Grenadier Guards, joined the fire service in 1987. Did his recruits course, and then was posted as Blue Watch Carlton. And he's pretty much, all but for a couple of months, been on Blue Watch Carlton ever since. Call it what you want, he's a stalwart of Blue Watch, he's the bedrock, he's the foundation of Blue Watch at Carlton. Watch managers come and go.
There's loads of them, yeah.
But Gary has stuck around, and I know, speaking from, I've been here nearly 3 years now, and Gary has just been a tremendous help to me. And he still is. He's already done the lead sheets for 2014 and 15. Bless him. He's been wandering around like a lost lamb for weeks now. And I know he doesn't want to go. You know, he really doesn't want to go. Well, it's not many times in your life when you get that carrot dangled in front of your nose with a pension. So, unfortunately, he's got to go. He's taken it. Now, as I said, Blue Watch, that's you. I think Gary, certainly on the watch that he's got now, I've never seen a watch with such high morale. The lowest sickness record in the service, Chief. The guys like to come to work, and a lot of that is down to Gary's influence. You know, he's bigger than sub officer, literally. You made it what it is, guys. So I thank you. Now, I've got a couple of presentations, and we'll get through them. The first of which, a lot of you old people that have served here will recognise. When the old station got knocked down, Blue Watch bought the pole. And it's been, and we've had it cut down, and we've had it engraved. Now, this only appeared yesterday, so we had no idea what we needed it mounted. You couldn't just give them a piece of pole, could you? Yeah. So we had to have it mounted.
Oh, I thought you bought it for your night-time activity.
So, yeah, well, it may well be. So, we only got it back yesterday, and this is honestly by accident rather than design how it's turned out.
Full length, guys.
So, I really don't know what to say. Honestly, I didn't know what to say. I'm sorry. wouldn't say take it back. So, we've had it engraved, and it has got on it your start date with what you first joined with, which was Chalky White, Mark Huckabee, Pete Huffin, Matt Monroe, Ray Wedgwood, yourself, Dave Smith and Steve Ward. And then what you finish with. Now, I really don't know what you want to do with that. Left side table springs to mind.
The batteries included?
I think the guy who manufactured the mountain, he did realise, I think somebody pointed out actually, well, so he did knock that up at last minute. Which all of a sudden looks much nicer, doesn't it? But that depends, you can decide which one you like, that's alright. So, right, I'd like to invite Ian Youngall from the union just to say something.
Is this yours, Ian, as well? Sorry? Is this yours as well?
Gary, I don't know if I'll be able to follow the quality of the speech or the present. But as is customary, been a firefighter since 1987. We've also been a member of the Fire Brigade Union since 1987, which is quite a good number of years. And the Chief's here, and in a few minutes he'll be giving you his thoughts about the Fire Brigade and saying thanks on behalf of the service. But my job is just to say thanks on behalf of the Fire Brigade Union for your loyalty and for your contributions. Contribution. The present is not a patch on that, but as is customary, we've got a little plaque from the union with your retirement date on it, signed by the secretary, to hang where you wish. Right? And that, to me, represents thanks, not just from the union, but from your colleagues. So this, to me, might not cost a lot, but it's with heartfelt thanks from your colleagues who love and respect you. I don't know if you've got one of these, but I've got loads in my garage. So I've brought you a badge, 25 badge as well. All right, mate. Thanks again. All the best.
Right, let's see, most of Blue Water here today, apart from Kev Lillian, who sends his apologies, he's on leave, he's doing his usual charity thing and helping people, less fortunate than himself. However, we do have a video link with Kev. IT man, please. Let's see what Kev is going to say. That's a move there. Takes a second. IT.
It won't work. I get lost the magic up in a minute.
Bear with me a second.
Call it.
Gary, so sorry I can't be with you today, mate, but you know I do a lot of caring and community work while I'm actually down in Cornwall looking after somebody at the moment. It might be somebody you recognise, I don't know.
Hey, Gazbo. All the best for the future. Sorry I can't be there. I could have a point off you. All the best, bye-bye.
No, I can't. Well, anyway, like you all know, there's a few names there and a few faces from your past. So what we'd like to do, if you could all charge your glasses. Well, no, I just thought there was no bars. No, mate, they've gone.
I don't believe it. I
Well,
don't believe it.
anyway, all the best,
All the
Gary.
best, Gary.
Have a great retirement. Cheers, mate. And cool. Yeah.
Cut. Finished.
Yeah.
Good for point.
Yeah, let's do it,
Come on,
mate.
Stone. Come on.
Been waiting for this all hour. Yes, please. Can I leave tonight?
If you want to.
I want to just say that I saw a different version. That's Lily for you. We won't let him do a live link for obvious reasons. Right, something else from Blue Watch. Now, we sat around Blue Watch, we thought, what can we buy? What can we buy, guys? Been on Blue Watch for forever and a day, so what can you go? What can you buy somebody as a gift from Blue Watch who's been on Blue Watch? It came to us in a flash of inspiration, guys. We thought we'd buy you a Blue Watch. Now, it's a proper Blue Watch. It's not cheap. It's not cheap, mate. It's a proper book one. Now, we realise that it's not to everybody's taste. So we've had it in, and you might want to take it back. So we've had it engraved. so you can't. Now, Gary's got, I don't know where this is coming from, I don't know some of you old guys, whether he was like it back then, but he's got a way of telling people to go away. Frequently, in fact, we have to tell him, we tell people for him now, but, so it's got on the side here, it's time to go away. So, you will wear it. Right. Couple of more things. On a personal note, guys, from myself. Every time I say Gary's been a huge help to me. Turn this off. Gary's been a huge help to me. Every time he's off, I tend to ring him up and say, where have you hid this? Where have you hid that? What have you done with this? What have you done with the other? And what are you doing? He says, oh, I'm sipping some, having a gin and tonic. Constantly having gin and tonic. So, from me to you, Oppa Hendricks, matey, thanks for all your help. I'll miss you, certainly will. I just hope they get a decent replacement. He's here. No. Right. Can I ask the Chief Fire Officer to step forward?
Yeah. Right. We'll deal with the certificate in a minute, because that's kind of like the official thing, really. It ain't a lot. Quite often when I do these things, it's a little bit difficult, having not served all my career here, because I don't have the anecdotes and the stories. But with him it's easy, because I've known Gary pretty well now for nearly all the time I've been here. I got to know him in the first instance, obviously through the charity. And we happened to be in London one weekend when they started doing the Spirit of Fire, and Gary was nominated for an award. It wasn't successful on that occasion, sadly, but he got to go into Downing Street and with his wife, and he went into this like room, and we weren't allowed in, so me and his missus got pissed. Basically, I mean, it was the biggest tax rebate we'd ever had. And we spent some time, and I got to know Gary more and more, and it really was his passion for the charity. Oh, I swore. Send the kid away. Anyway, but just a couple of things really that, you know, that how much we appreciate him and how much we're going to miss him. And I know he's not going away, because I'm not sure whether you're aware, but when we were going to rebuild this station, he just said, I need a store. And we redesigned the bloody station around Gary having somewhere to put the charity stuff. That was how much he lobbied and he pushed. And now he's retiring, he wants to volunteer for charity work. So we've actually rewritten or designed a whole volunteer policy around Gary, because he wants to come in and he wants to do stuff for the charity, and that's the kind of bloke he is. He's a company member of the charity, and we go to meetings, and last time we went together, and hopefully the next time we'll get together. But he works tirelessly. He never asks for anything other than storerooms and things like that. He puts in a load of hours, and you know, losing him is going to be a real blow. It really is, and I mean that, Gary. I know you're a good fireman. I know everybody thinks the world of you, but it's what you do outside of that that really impresses me. And I'm going to miss you, but I know you'll still be around. So, on behalf of the service, in a sense, we give you a certificate. But more than that, from me, really, it's thank you so much.
hand you over to Gary, he'll probably tell you to sling your hips. I've asked the Chief, and he's given us special permission to do something. Now, not many people serve their whole career at the same station. Mickey Turner, he did it here, and Gary's done it here. So, rather than when they've gone just forget about them, we thought we need something to remember them by. So, it's a small token, but the Chief's given us permission to rename these two rooms Richards and Turner Suites.
Hey!
Gary would like this side, because this side is special to him. And we won't say why. So this will be the Richards, if you don't mind having the Turner next door. Okay? Gary, over to you, mate.
Well, speechless. Loads of old faces.
That's the old.
Yeah, I'm not old yet. Thanks for everybody, really. I've spent most of my career here, except for a spell at Nerd Wire Watch. But most of it here on blue, a bit on green, but majority on blue. As the Chief says, I'm not sort of retiring. I'm going to Egypt on Thursday, 10 days. First day back, we went on a regional meeting with John Buckley, Northampton, and the second day I went to meetings here for the rest of the charity. So I'm still going to be around. Cheers. For my dinner. I'm just totally speechless, to be honest with you. Working with a great watch, I think it's the best watching of the game, or service. I didn't want to go. But
Still time.
well, the last bought 2 cars.
Kitchen. 2 holidays.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for coming. Great to see all these people. And I'm really honoured. Thank you.
Alad's been tirelessly slaving over the stove, so please do stop and have some Blue Watch's freshly prepared chilli, and make your way back through and mingle. Thank you.
Thank you.
Done that.